Oh, hello! I'm so glad you made it tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Hang on just a sec. Let me get you checked in. All right, perfect. Follow me. David's waiting. And right through here.
Hey, it's great to see you. Come on over. Pull up a chair. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. It's good to see you. How are you? Thanks for being here tonight on our virtual Angelo's and Vinci's Mystical Magical Tour. Now, I know normally, end of September, we'd all be getting excited for tonight. We'd have you all in this big room. We'd be sharing stories, getting caught up with each other, talking about all the success of our clients. You'd be hearing from our staff about all the great work they do, and you'd be contributing to us to help us continue that work in the community. And we appreciate it every single year. It's an amazing event. But of course, due to COVID-19 and the pandemic, things are very different here in 2020. But we didn't want to leave you guys out in the dark completely. So we can't get together in person, but we thought we would do something fun. I'm going to work a little magic tonight and see if I can get us on a little bit of a tour, so to speak. I think we're going to go out to the Hub, to Via Esperanza, to New Vista, down on Amridge. And I think we're going to see all of the work we do in the community, talk to our staff who work at these sites, hear about our clients' experience. The problems of homelessness and hunger in North Orange County are prevalent. We see them every day in the streets. We know people who are experiencing these things. They are our neighbors, our friends, our community members. And for 45 years, you've supported Pathways of Hope's efforts to mitigate some of that, to work on it, to really help people move forward with their lives. We appreciate all of that. Tonight's another opportunity to give in that way. If you want to get the link below, it's another opportunity for you to contribute to Pathways of Hope, invest in our work, and I think, especially after you hear from some of our amazing team members today, you're really going to feel like every time you give to Pathways of Hope, your dollar is going to the right place and it's making a difference in the community. I want to thank you all personally for coming tonight. I think you're going to have a great time. After we get done visiting all the sites, we're going to come back here, I think, for something special. We'll have to see if I can make that work. But in the meantime, one thing we always do at Angelo's and Vinci's, and I'm not going to let it go just because we can't be together, is a toast. So here's to you, to all of you who contribute to Pathways of Hope, who make our work possible, who care about ending homelessness and hunger in North Orange County. We thank you. And now, without further ado, it's time to start our tour. Are you ready? Let's do it. Whoa. Oh my gosh, this magic thing really works. Did you get here okay? Are you all right? Awesome. Hey, you know what? I know it's not a traditional ANV, and typically I wear a suit and like to look nice, but this is a tour, right? And we're gonna have some fun today. Why don't I change into something a little bit more, tour-like? Whoa, it really worked. I got a shirt with palm trees on it and everything and some sunglasses. I'm like a real tourist. But hey, this isn't about me. This is about the people who make the magic happen for Pathways of Hope. Let's go talk to them. The hub team is usually really busy. Let's check in and see what they're up to. Oh my gosh, they're all here. All the service navigators, our college food program folks. This is great. We got Tanis, Elizabeth, you got James back there on the phone. Joey's over here taking some notes. And there's Mary. She manages the hub and all the programming here. Let's go talk to her.
Hey, David, I didn't know you were going to be here today.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Awesome, great to see you. I brought some friends. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, hey, everyone. Thank you for visiting the hub.
You know, I thought it would be really cool if you told all of our, our friends out there, folks who support us, just tell them a little bit about what's going on over here at the hub these days.
Sure, better yet, why don't I show you?
Awesome, let's go check it out. Wow, look at all the changes back here.
Right, we've done so many changes so far. We're able to paint a lot of the shelving and the walls you can see.
So cool, right? It looks beautiful here.
We also reconfigured the space.
Yeah, it's awesome. And we got some Idaho potatoes. Fun fact, I used to spend my summers in Idaho as a child. I love their potatoes, great stuff.
Great food sourcing for our families and
Absolutely,
individuals.
absolutely. So here we are in the food distribution part of the hub. You know, given the pandemic, Mary, everything that's gone on in the community, how our clients are struggling and how we've had to change to adapt for safety reasons and everything else for everyone involved, tell us a little bit about those changes, like what's gone on at the hub the last few months. Tell the guests at home. I mean, I think they're really interested to know, how's Pathways addressed this stuff?
Sure. I'm so excited. We have been able to increase our food meal distribution by 179%.
Whoa, 179%.
Yeah, we've had a huge spike in the amount of people who rely on us for food services during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our challenges, we've had to transition from client choice to pre-bag. We've also had to, resource volunteers and have staff come in and help us out. We've also had a food shortage, as you all know, and we had to source more food. So amazing things that we were able to overcome to strategize how we can help everyone.
That's fantastic. I mean, you think about like the work Pathways does in the community and, thanks to the support of all of you, we're always able to meet the need out here pretty much for people that are walking up. But when that goes up 3 times or 4 times almost overnight, it really takes an entire community to step up, support the work here. And that's really what happened here, isn't it? Isn't that the story of kind of how it all happened for the hub?
That's right.
That's amazing. How else did volunteers and community members, a lot of these are the folks at home that are watching now, our friends, how did they step in and help us specifically?
Right, such an amazing effort that came through all of the donors and volunteers. We were able to receive about 4,754 personal protective equipment with cloth masks, PRN95 masks, disposable masks, plastic face shields, disposable gloves, and hand sanitizers to ensure that we are all being safe, healthy, and protected. On the outside of the hub, we've also distanced our clients to be able to receive the food safely as well. And with this heat wave, we've also provided shading and spacing enough and water so that they can come get food inside. We're so grateful for the critical items to our community that we serve that are most vulnerable.
That's incredible. I mean, if you think about it, not only were we able to meet the increased need for all of the folks coming to the hub for food, we were able to do it safely, we were able to do it effectively, and we did it as a group. Not just the staff, but also the community coming together to make it happen. Mary, I just want to say, we appreciate you so much. Our guests and our friends appreciate you so much and everything you're doing. And just thank you. Thank you for everything. Thanks for taking the time to talk to our friends today.
Of course. You're welcome. Thank you, everyone.
The hub is a pretty remarkable place, and the hub is actually also the main central focal point where our college food program emanates from, right? So a lot of that work starts right here. And I gotta tell you, if I can make the magic work again, we'll see. I wanna show you exactly what goes on at the college food programs. There it is. So there's Fullerton College. That's our first food pantry of all the colleges. It's been around for a long time, and we do some amazing work there with Joey and the team. There's Cypress. Cypress is an awesome place. They just built a brand new facility to address student hunger. Really excited about that. Pathways was gonna continue to work with them. And let's see if we can get NOC. Yeah, there it is. There's NOCE. NOCE, North Orange Continuing Education, right down the street in Anaheim. Really excited about our ability to help all the folks that are going there to further their education and develop their skills for employment in the workforce. Isn't this magic stuff cool? I mean, we're down here at the hub together. I'm showing you everything we got going on with food insecurity. We're meeting lots of staff. It's really awesome. But the hub does so much more than just food. You know what? I bet we can go find someone else to talk to us about all the things that are going on with our housing challenge community during the pandemic. Come on, let's go. It'll be fun. James!
Hey, David.
Just the person I was looking for. How about that? It was like magic that we just met.
It's magic.
Hey, I know. You know, I brought some friends with me today.
Hello. Welcome.
I think our friends at home would love to hear from you about how the hub has addressed other challenges in light of COVID-19 and the pandemic. Do you mind telling them, sharing a little bit?
I'd be happy to. So since the COVID-19 outbreak, there's been a 23% increase in case management services provided out of the hub. This includes homeless diversion and homeless prevention. At this time, we're experiencing more requests for rental assistance than we ever had before because of the unprecedented amount of people on the brink of homelessness due to COVID-19.
That's incredible, 23% increase in case management. And my guess is that, you know, what we've really seen is a big increase in requests for rental assistance and things like that. I know we have some great partners helping, but, you know, talk a little bit about more what that looks like for the folks at home.
Yeah, definitely. So with that rental assistance, you know, we are anticipating that the amount of requests is going to continue to grow as the eviction moratorium ceases, and more members of our community are going to be in need of this service.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you think about how COVID-19 and the pandemic has really just, you know, for everyone created a lot of economic challenges, and that the hub has been here to respond in all these different ways is really kind of remarkable, right?
It is remarkable. You know, we're doing everything that we can to meet the drastically increased need of our community.
Yeah, well, you know, the hub is the place for that, for sure, and that's why it's called the Hub of Hope. It's there for a reason. Hey, you know what? I think there's other folks that we saw earlier that are busy working, trying to help the community. Do you mind taking us down over there and just checking in with them and see what's going on?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go talk about our case management services to them.
Awesome.
You know, David, I could talk about the services we provide all day long, but let me show you. Here we have some of our basic needs, some of our hygiene items. We're also providing activity kits and hygiene kits to the community. You know, it's really great to work for an organization that's so dedicated to providing the quality of work that we do each day. Let's ask the team, what do you think about the work we provide each day here at Pathways of Hope?
The work we do here really is so rewarding. Earlier today, I was able to work with a family and provide them rental assistance. By providing them this financial assistance through Pathways, they were able to keep their home and avoid facing homelessness.
Yes, we've been able to help so many people who are struggling to support their families during the pandemic, thanks to the generosity of our community.
But there are still so many households in North Orange County that have been impacted by the pandemic and are faced with homelessness who will need our help in the future.
How fantastic was it to meet this incredible group of people that works down here at the hub every single day to help yours and my community? I mean, it's a pretty cool thing. And team, how cool is it we brought our friends down here to meet y'all? Awesome. The best, right? Let's wave bye to the folks at home. Thanks for coming down. Thank you. And now it's your turn. Using the link below, you can make your contribution to all the work happening with this awesome group of people down here at the hub. Your contribution directly impacts those who are hungry and those people who might be headed into homelessness were it not for your assistance. Use the link below, join us, and help us make a big difference in the lives of our entire community. Now, more magic. Let's get ready to go visit a new site. We're headed there. I'm going to surprise you and not tell you what it is. We'll see when we get there, but let's do it. Whoa. I gotta tell you, that magic, man, it really puts you for a loop, man. It's kind of crazy. Where am I? Oh, I'm at Via Esperanza, one of our family shelters. It's a super cool place. Hey, just like at the hub, where you got to meet a lot of our team who make everything happen on a day-to-day basis, let's go meet some of the folks that make this place special too. Come on. You know, at Pathways of Hope, we know when a family's homeless, they enter a homeless shelter, our job is really to find them the quickest path possible out of homelessness and back into permanent housing. And we do that here at Via Esperanza. And I'll tell you, the team here that does the work is incredible. Well experienced, trained staff, professional, really know their stuff. And I'm so excited to introduce you to some of them today. And there's one of them now, Sarah. Sarah's awesome. She's our housing program manager. Hey, Sarah. Sarah.
Oh, hey, David.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty well. Hey, I'm just out with some of my friends here to show everyone kind of what we do at our different shelters. And, you know, I ended up at Via Esperanza somehow. And actually, I think you're the expert, right? And you know more about this place than anybody. So I was kind of hoping you could tell the folks at home a little bit about what we do here, how the families are doing, kind of give them an idea of what goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this year there was the COVID-19 pandemic, but you know what? We've really been able to rise above that and still been able to house a lot of our families through the pandemic throughout this entire time. We have a couple of examples that I wanted to share with you. One, we had a family of 4 it was a mother, father, and 2 young children. Mother was working, father's disabled, couldn't work. We actually were working with them a couple of years ago in our shelter. They've just been in the, in the homeless system for quite some time. We're able to get them here, got them grounded, worked with them through the COVID. We were able to get them with our wonderful case manager. We were able to get them permanently housed in their very own affordable housing. This was back in July.
So just despite all the barriers going on in the midst of a pandemic in July, in the middle of all this happening, you were able to get these folks from homelessness through the shelter system, our shelter here at Pathways of Hope, and then get them to permanent housing so they wouldn't be homeless anymore.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Incredible.
It's wonderful. This was an affordable housing unit, so they were more able to sustain this than in the past. So they're doing well. We continue to check in with them. But David, another family I want to share with you.
Oh yeah, please.
Is just recently, a couple of weeks ago, we housed a single mother with 2 young teenage children. She could not work. She was disabled. She had trouble going up the stairs. So we, along with some of her advocates, were really trying to find what the next best option was for her. We tried a few different things. Some things didn't work out. We kept her here because we knew we were going through the motions with her. We ended up, with her advocates, finding permanent housing for her, another affordable unit in Costa Mesa. Yes, a 3-bedroom unit, beautiful. Her and her 2 daughters are super comfortable there now. We were fortunately also, what I forgot to mention, David, is we were able to help them out, both families that I just mentioned, with our rapid rehousing program.
Whoa, our own programming here.
Yes,
amazing.
So they transitioned from our shelter into our rapid rehousing program and into their own permanent housing. With our assistance, we still continue to follow both families till this day, and they're both doing wonderful.
So for the folks at home, our loyal supporters who are watching and have heard that term rapid rehousing, that means we actually help subsidize their rent for a period of time or help them with the deposit, because that's really a big obstacle, big hurdle for people to get over, right?
Yes, of course. So the deposit, the moving cost is usually the biggest hurdle for a lot of our families.
And what can that cost sometimes for a family?
It can depend. The average is about between $2,000 and $4,000 just for moving costs, and that's not even including first month's rent. So, we really are able to support our families through that process, work with them with budgets, really get them to a place where they're able to sustain on their own after a few months working with us with their financial assistance.
And really, that's helping them do what is our mission, which is ending people's homelessness permanently.
Yep.
Fantastic. Really cool. Anything else you want to add, Sarah?
No, I think that's it. I just wanted to mention, like I mentioned in the beginning, all of this COVID stuff, we've been very precautious with making sure that our staff, our clients are safe, maintaining that social distancing, wearing masks, the sanitizer, all of the above. We've been really making sure that we're being super safe and helping our families get housed.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, there's got to be other people here on site that we should go and talk to, I think. Why don't we go check out in the offices and see who might be here working today on our projects? Let's see what's going on in the case management office. I'm wondering if Irma... Oh, there's Irma. Hey, Irma, how you doing? Hey.
Hello, David.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. I brought some friends with me.
Hi.
Yeah, Irma's our awesome case manager here at Via Esperanza. She makes the magic happen here, really helping a lot of our families get through their time being homeless here at our shelter and on to permanent housing, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. If you think about what role you play here, how do you think that impacts the families, and how do you think that affects them and their success?
So when the families enter at the shelter here, they're kind of lost what their next steps are going to be. So what I help them is write down all the goals that they have and help them achieve it. So at the end, when they exit here, they already know what their next step is, and hopefully into permanent housing.
I really like that idea of empowerment, right? Like if you're helping someone write their goals down, you're helping them actualize what they want for themselves and how to end their homelessness. That's a really powerful tool, huh?
Yes.
Absolutely. So when you're talking about your job, how do you think that plays into the mission of Pathways of Hope?
So the mission, since it's ending homelessness and hunger, I help them find housing or either transitional housing, and I help them with resources that they didn't know they have.
And when you think about a mission of ending homelessness and hunger in North Orange County, or a vision of a community that doesn't have homelessness or hunger in North Orange County, that's a pretty big part of it, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, every day you're changing lives. You're making a difference for people. You're saving people's lives, really.
Correct.
And so if you know, I know it's hard because you can't speak for those people because they have their own voice, but you do help hundreds of families come through the shelter in the course of a year. If you had to maybe summarize what their feelings are on how they feel about Pathways of Hope after they've had their experience here, like how would you summarize some of that stuff?
Yeah, so most of the clients, after they leave, they're very thankful to everybody who donates, because they know without donations, we would be limited of how we would be able to help them. Some of the clients want to volunteer, and so they can pay forward what somebody already helped them with. And they would just say thank you to everybody who has donated, because without your help and support, they would not have a place they could call home.
What an incredible dynamic. I mean, you have people we have our supporters who invest in our work. You take those investments and you help these people, and then these people want to give back and give to the next group that are coming through here. I mean, that's pretty amazing, right?
That is.
That's really cool. So how would you kind of talk about your own, we talked about the clients, right? But how would you talk about your own experience working for Pathways of Hope? What's it like for you?
I love working here. Honestly, just seeing the clients transition out of here and how happy they look with their family, knowing they have somewhere to go, that at night I just feel so happy for them, and the clients thank me. And you know, this is not possible without the support of Pathways of Hope.
That's incredible. So well said. I mean, we are so proud, I think, all of us to work here, and we're all part of one big team here, right? And that includes you in the community, right? So Irma, anything you want to say? Any final thoughts for the folks at home?
Thank you for your donations, and thank you for your support. If you're not able to contribute financially, there's also options of volunteering, so you guys could experience this great feeling as well to help others in Orange County.
Well said, Irma. Very nice job. Why don't we say bye to our friends at home now, okay?
Goodbye.
Bye. We'll see you. Okay, Irma is a huge, huge player in what goes on here every single day at Pathways of Hope. And you can tell she has the passion, the enthusiasm, and the ability to really change people's lives. I think you want to be a part of that, right? So, you know, if you click the link below right now, that's going to get you involved right away. As Irma said, there's opportunities to volunteer too. So please invest in us. Let us make our community a better place. People like Irma need it and are doing the job every single day that I think all of us want to see in our community. So, I got another destination after this. I got to make sure the magic's working. Okay, let's try this thing out. It's still a little shaky sometimes, a little off-putting when I do it, but I think I can do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, finally, the last stop of our mystical magical tour, and wouldn't you know it? 514 Amherst. You know, this place is really a cornerstone in the story of Pathways of Hope and the story of all the support you guys have given us throughout our time. You know, it's really amazing all the incredible things that are happening down here. And oh my gosh, Sarah's back. We just saw her at Via Esperanza. Sarah, what are you doing here? We just saw you at the other site.
David, you're not the only one with magic around here.
Oh yeah? Of course Sarah has magic. You know, what else would you expect? Sarah, tell me all about all the things that are happening down here on Amherst.
Well, David, we got a lot going here at the Amherst site. Let's take a walk.
All right. Okay, Sarah, so I'm here, you're here. Tell me all about amazing things we're doing over here at Amherst.
I'll tell you, as well as everyone at home, we have our new Vista emergency shelter for families. This is a shorter term stay. It's 30 to 45 days. We're working with families, getting them off the street into temporary housing. We are working with them with intense case management, working on a housing plan with them, figuring out where their next step is in housing. If it's with family, if it's diversion, if it's permanent housing, whatever it is, we work with them to get them to that next step. We also have our permanent housing programs. This is a newer program. We work in partnership with Orange County Housing Authority as well as United Way to get larger families permanently housed here and with vouchers, and they are making sure that they sustain their housing.
So it's really ending their homelessness permanently, which is the goal of everything, right?
Yes, that's our goal here at Pathways of Hope. So we also have Warren's House, another program that we have here. This is also in partnership with CityNet, and we are working with chronically homeless individuals. We are bridge housing them here. So it's a shorter term stay, but it's just long enough to get them to that next step in their housing. CityNet is a great partner of ours. They're working with case managing these clients. We here at Pathways of Hope help with facilities and any other support that the CityNet and the clients might need.
So that's the stuff happening here with our buildings we have here on this historical site for Pathways of Hope. But tell us a little bit about some of the stuff we're doing in the community to end homelessness for folks.
Oh yeah, there's many more, David, much more. We have two permanent housing programs, one of which is our rapid rehousing program. We work to rapidly rehouse families in our community that are experiencing homelessness to get them permanently housed into their own apartments, homes, whatever it may be. We work with them with financial assistance, we help them with supportive services, and case manage them as well for a year just to make sure that they're stable enough to be on their own. In addition to that, we also have our permanent supportive housing program. This is for formerly chronically homeless individuals who we have placed in housing, permanent housing, and we are financially helping them out with groceries, rent, utilities, making sure that they're stable, and making sure that, whatever goals that they want to work on while they're housed, whether it's going back to school or maybe they can get a job, we kind of work on that, help them sustain their housing, and make sure that they're living great lives.
It's pretty remarkable. And again, the buzzword here is housing, housing, housing. And I know we have one more new special project that's very geared towards housing. And I think you should tell our friends at home all about this awesome, exciting opportunity.
You're right, David. There is one more project that we have newly established here with Pathways of Hope. This is in partnership with the County of Orange as well as CityNet. It is our Project Tool Belt program. This is an extension or second phase of the Project Room Key program. So we are working with individuals who were affected by COVID or who are at higher risk of contracting COVID, who are placed in hotels throughout the county. We are working with a set of individuals who are currently at a hotel in Anaheim, making sure they get connected to case management services, making sure that we can connect them to any other, if they need Medi-Cal, socials, birth certificates, anything like that. We're working with them on getting all their documents, as well as helping them transition out of the motel. Whatever that looks like for them, if it's sober living, permanent housing, moving with family, we have housing resource specialists that are connecting with them, trying to get them to that next step in their housing after the hotel.
So I think it's safe to say where, earlier you heard at the hub about all the things we're doing to prevent homelessness. Out here, we're doing things to end people's homelessness permanently, right?
Yes.
And I think Sarah and her incredible team of case managers are really doing an amazing job of doing that work in the community. And I'm sure you do too. But Sarah, for our folks at home, what's one thing you want to say about your time working here at Pathways?
Well, I've been here for 4 years and I've been loving every minute of it. I think the most impactful part for me is seeing these families, seeing these individuals come through, really picking them up from the ground up, really working with them and watching them succeed. It can be moving back with family, it can be getting permanently housed. Any small succession is wonderful for us. So getting them permanently housed and just seeing them progress through our program is the best part about the job.
It really is an incredible job that her team does. Sarah, you do an amazing job. Thank you so much for all you do. And bringing it back to here, isn't this a beautiful location? I mean,
gorgeous.
Amridge is the talk of the town. It is the heart of downtown Fullerton over here, and we do an amazing job maintaining these properties. And I think it's fair to say the high quality work we put out, a lot of that is rooted in how well we take care of our facilities, right?
I agree.
All right, do you want to say bye to the folks at home and thanks for everything on our way out?
Bye everyone, thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you to meet the greatest two guys you'll ever meet in the world. The people who keep everything running here on time, the people who make our facilities beautiful and gorgeous. Come on with me, let's go check them out. Gary and Ken, you guys are still here. That's awesome.
Hey, David, how's it going?
Good, how about you guys?
We're doing great.
I'm glad Sarah unfroze you because I know there's a lot of work to do down here to keep the place clean and awesome and everything else.
That's for sure.
I'd like to just ask a few questions. You got a second for
Absolutely.
our folks at home? Yeah, I think they want to know too. What are your roles here in terms of how do you add to the client experience when they're coming down here and trying to have their homelessness ended and everything else?
Well, we just want to make sure that when our clients come here that they have a really clean, safe place to stay while we're going to end their homelessness.
Yeah, no doubt. What about you, Ken?
Yeah, we just want to make sure that everything's working fine, the lights are on, the water is hot, and they feel safe and secure.
Yeah, definitely. All the basic necessities, right, you need in a place that's your shelter. Gary, tell me a little bit about how you think that role kind of works with the mission of Pathways of Hope.
Well, I think trying to end families' homelessness and what we do correlate greatly together. We're just starting out on their path, but we're going to end their homelessness.
That's great. I love that attitude. Ken, what about you?
Yeah, making sure that they have a place where they feel safe and they can focus on getting to the next step in their journey towards getting a permanent housing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, you can't speak for the clients, right? But we have hundreds of families in the course of a year that move through this property and that we get to know, and you get to know them a lot being here every day with them. If you could summarize how you hear them talk about their experience with Pathways of Hope, what would they say to the people who are contributing and supporting our work? What do you think they would have? What message would they have for them?
Well, I really for sure think that they would have just a big, genuine thank you from the bottom of their heart. Ending their homelessness is probably one of the most struggles they've ever been through, and I just can't see how that couldn't affect everybody involved.
Absolutely, and it's a tribute to our donors and our contributors and all of our supporters. Yeah, what about you, Ken?
Yeah, I'd say a giant thank you to all the donors and volunteers who not only give their time, but also their fundage to help us out. It's an important mission.
Absolutely. Now, we talked about what the client experience is like. We talked about what they would say to our supporters. But, from your perspective, you're our longest tenured employee, actually, and you've put a lot of time, a lot of hours down here. What do you want to say to the folks at home about your experience working at Pathways of Hope?
I just want to tell everybody at home, thank you so much for contributing and allowing us to be here to end families' homelessness once and for all.
That's awesome. What about you, Ken?
Yeah, again, just a big thank you. We really appreciate all the community does to rally around what our goal is and help us achieve that.
Yeah, absolutely. And without you guys, without the facilities team, it is not possible to do the work we do, especially at the high level of quality that we do it. So thank you guys so much for everything. You guys want to join me in saying bye to all the folks at home really quickly?
Sure. Hey, guys.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Okay, now that I got you, I'm going to ask you for one more thing today, and I'm going to ask for you to hit that link at the bottom of this video. It is with your support and your help and your contributions that we are able to do all the work you saw here today. We're able to do all this incredible work here at Amridge. We're able to do all this incredible work in the community with Sarah and her team who you met earlier. And then also, obviously, we get to do all this great stuff with the upkeep of our facilities and make sure that, the client experience when they come with Pathways of Hope is one of high quality, dignity, and respect. And you know what? This is your chance to continue to contribute to that by hitting that link below. Really appreciate everything you do for Pathways of Hope. We couldn't do it without you. Everyone you've met on this tour so far is indebted to all y'all at home who make it possible for us to do this work for all of our community. It's a really special thing. And speaking of special things, we got one more stop, one more destination. We're going back to Angelo's and Vinci's, where I think we're going to meet some of our friends again over there and maybe have a little bit of a fun time. We'll have to see. You ready? You going to join me? All right. One last go of the magic. Here we go. Whoa, I got to tell you, you never get used to the magic. It's really something. But, we're back here at A&V as planned. And, it's such a special place and it's such a special night. I think really it's fitting that I get back in some more appropriate attire. Am I right? All right. Got my appropriate clothes on for Angelo's and Vinci's. Feeling good. Hey, listen, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. And she couldn't be with us tonight. But Nishta Mahendra, our Director of Programs, is an amazing woman doing incredible work in the community. Let's hear from her.
You have heard how your support has made such amazing work by our team possible. Only because of you can we have this impact in the community. We would not have been able to help all those people during the pandemic without your support. Thank you for your compassion. Thank you for your kindness. And thank you for your generosity. You make our work possible. And words will never be enough to express our deepest gratitude.
Thanks, Nishta. Hey, listen, if you want to support Nishta's work, here's your chance. Hit the link below. Think about how you can invest in our work in the community, because what we do makes where we all live a better place to be for everyone who lives here. And I think that's pretty cool. And I think that was part of what Nishta's message was to all of you too. So hey, one more thing. Before you go, we're not done yet. We got a little bit more magic left to go. How about some dancing? What do you think, huh? Hey, I worked some more magic. I brought us Rudy and Maria from RMH Dance. You guys know them. They're the ones that help us out with Look Who's Dancing every year and lead that amazing event. Hey, they're here to lead us again in an awesome dance number. I need you right now at home to get up on your feet and join us. It's gonna be awesome. Are you ready? Are you ready to work it out a little bit and do some dancing? Got a little bit more magic here. I'm gonna bring the team in to help us out.
Hey everybody, check it out, turn around, what's going on? Hey everybody at home, Rudy and Maria here. We're gonna teach you guys a little dance, so it needs you to get up onto your feet. Here we go, you're gonna follow Maria and listen to my voice. We're gonna march in place, 5, 6, 7, and march with your left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to your left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go right and 2, 3. Follow Maria. 6, 7, 8. Go left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And bingo, you got the moves. We're going to take it over to DJ Jazzy James. He's going to throw some tunes on for us. Here we go with the music. Woo! Gotta move those hips, gotta move those legs. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other way, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn the circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In place. Move those hips. Work your legs. Come on. You've been sitting. Gotta work those legs. Gotta work those legs. Gotta work your back. Hey, hey, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And turn around to your left. 5, 6, 7. And to your right. And 2, 5, 6, 7. Everybody shake your shoulders. There you go. That's right. That's how you do it. And move. And move. Keep moving your legs and go. And back. 5 and 6 and 7. And go left. And 3. 5 and 6 and 7. Now move it to your right. Get ready. You're gonna turn around. And 2. Move around the circle. And other way. You go. Now everybody pick your hands up. Pick them up. Wave them. Wave them like you just don't care what's happening in this world. You gotta move and move. Take your hands around. Move and move. Make your body move. And go. I don't trust the thing. I don't have a sister. All right, stick your hands down. Bring them all the way up. There we go. Other way. That's it. All right. March in place. Right, just like this. Let's move our shoulders. Move those shoulders. Got to move those shoulders. We don't want you to have bad posture. Come on. Too many Zoom calls. There we go. Got to work those shoulders. Up and down. Up and down. Work those shoulders. There you go. Move them and move them. There you go. Twist your back. Twist and twist. Make that work. There you go.
Thank you so much for joining us for our 28th annual Angelo's and Vinci's fundraiser and our first ever virtual event.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
I had a spectacular time,
It
David.
was so cool to take you all to all the sites we work at, meet the incredible team members, right?
Oh my goodness, it was great.
It was awesome. And I mean, we just have such an amazing group of folks doing all this work in the community and really making you feel, hopefully, like your investment goes a long way to helping to end hunger and homelessness in North Orange County.
And speaking of your investment, remember there is still time to help us reach our ambitious fundraising goal. You can help us make a difference in the lives of our community's most vulnerable residents. Click that link below, make your donation today, and help us support people in need in our community.
And and on that note, I think we should do one more toast. A
I
toast,
like it.
Yeah, a toast to all the people out there who support us, who have been here with Pathways for 45 years and at Angelo's and Vinci's for almost 30 years. It's pretty incredible.
I would agree.
So here's to all of you. Thank you for everything you do to make our work possible. Thank you for everything you do to help support the community. And you know what? We'll see you next year.